Hands up for the previous 25 speakers. Let us show our final speaker the correct level of respect. All right, take it on.
Okay, imagine this. You're starting in a new school, and you just got let out of your first class. You're walking down the hallway to your next class, but right before you get into class, you check your time on your phone. In that moment, you check your time. Your phone gets taken away by a teacher behind your back. What did you do? Check a clock on your phone? You should be able to, I believe you should be able to use your phone in educational or recreational use when given permission while you're in school. This is Norman Thomas High School, located in New York City. In this high school, you can't even walk into school with a cell phone. They place metal detectors at the entrances of the school so students can't get into the school with their cell phones. So what are they supposed to do with their phones? Leave it at their house? Or pay an electrical device storage? The problem with leaving your phone at your home is what if you need to contact somebody in school? The problem with electrical device storage is you have to pay someone just to hold onto your phone. This might create a problem of the kid forgetting the money at their house or not having enough money to pay the person. There might be teachers that are fine with cell phones in a classroom, like Jose Vilson. Jose Vilson is a middle school math teacher. He stated that the technology that is already in the classroom is distracting than the students' cell phones are. If students are allowed to use their cell phones, they could start building their trust between the teacher and the student, if the student uses their cell phone in their way. Cell phones can be very helpful in the school. For example, students will be able to learn how to use their cell phones in the right situation. This means students would be able to learn how to use their phones in jobs or situations that might require cell phones later in the future. Cell phones will be allow students to be able to look up information, be able to download apps that could give them more information. If students were able to use their phones in school, they could look up information that the teacher possibly didn't even know him or herself. Students won't argue how the teacher are allowed to use their phones, but the students are allowed to use their phones. Some students might get angry about how teachers are able to use their phones, but if the student uses their phones, they could get punished. Students are allowed to use the phones so they can contact parents when they forget something or they need to get picked up early. If something were to happen in school and the student needs to be picked up early, they can contact their parent, and the school won't even have to send emails to all the parents in school. They could also use it for if the student forgets a homework or needs something from their house. Students could use it for help, or if they don't understand a topic, the student doesn't fully understand the topic, and the teacher is busy, they could use it to research if they have time. The research was developed in 2005 where Sanja Wimberski, Laura King, and Ed Denier found that if students are happy, they can have a higher success rate while in school. So if students are happier while they're using their phone, they could increase success rates in their school. Students like to learn in the way they feel comfortable. So students like using their cell phones for research or take notes for the class. They could use their cell phones then for a tool for education and get quick answers for questions. Video and audio brings learning to life and make it more interesting than taking notes off of a screen for the whole time while you're in that class. If students are doing a group project and a student has to bring in homework, they can use their phones to contact each other so they could get a question when they couldn't figure out and complete the project faster and more easy. Also, students can leave reminders in their phones to let them remember that they have an upcoming test or an assignment due later in the week. Many schools have taken advantage of students of their phones and started to implement programs where you can use your phones in classrooms, like BYOT. Research has also been done to find out how effective cell phones can be in classrooms. The research was done by a Pew Research Center. They tested it on advanced placement and national writing project. 73% of students use their cell phones to finish their classwork. The other 20% didn't use their phones at all. Dan Nemick, the executive director of American Association of School Administrators, stated that kids taught us a lesson. They're still going to bring their phones, so let's allow them to use them in a constructive way. There are still some flaws with bringing cell phones into school, like cheating on tests. But if teachers are trained to see if students are cheating, they can take the phone away, or they could ask the student to put it on the desk and shut it off right before every test. 90% of Americans own devices, so schools can just provide students technology if they don't have cell phones for research or answers. This is why I think cell phones should be able to be used in school to help finish schoolwork and to be very versatile with them and contact people if they need to be, if there's an emergency.